Hello and welcome to my channel, I Win to Lose Gaming. Are you tired of clicking a million times just to equip your artifacts to do no damage? Well, Genshin Impact actually added something that can help you get faster at doing no damage. We'll be pitting the in-game artifact equipping feature against my big ol' noggin, where I manually equip them to see which one is faster and stronger. So as we can see, my characters and my current team are all fully stripped naked. And because of that, we need to equip them with artifacts, and we also need to see what weapons we should equip them with. Let's start off by taking a look at one of the new features, which is the training guide. And they're seriously calling my Fiorina a bit weak. Try leveling up. She's 90 out of 90, guys. I don't know what I can level her up with, but it does actually tell us what is a bit weak. We have enhanced current weapon. No, don't follow this advice, guys. Don't enhance this dull blade, I believe. Is that the dull blade? It is the dull blade, yes. Don't do it. Don't do it. But in terms of the other suggestions, it is suggesting us to actually equip a different weapon here. Let me know if this looks different for you guys. I believe people say that it is based on the weapons that you have. That tangent aside, we will just simply go and equip our Fiorina, and then we can go back and it pops us right back in. And we can even utilize these by equipping 5-star artifacts, and enhancing them to plus 20 is recommended. In case you're curious as to what artifact set you can farm for a character, you can absolutely utilize this. And this is actually a great tool for you, because it can be a bit harder to keep track of, especially for new players, where all the artifact domains are and all this stuff. It can also quickly equip an artifact set for you, but I'm not going to use this feature quite yet. Actually, let's just go ahead and equip it. And we will go and actually use another artifact equipping feature, which I just recently, for some reason, discovered that I actually like a lot, and will show you guys how to properly use. Let's go ahead and we'll also equip Kazuha. And I am curious to see what artifacts that this thing actually spits out for us are. So here it actually gives us a good amount of energy recharge with all elemental mastery main stat pieces, because I believe this is also based on data. So it's pretty solid, and it also recommends you to upgrade certain talents and stuff. But none of these are the features that I really wanted to show you guys. However, it's great that it also shows us, hey, top priority, second priority, and as needed. And for the most part, as needed is an interesting way to word something that you probably shouldn't level up at all. Like, for example, we have Albedo's character talents as needed for his basic attacks. No, don't level those up. And since I do have all the pay-to-win weapons here, it's not recommending, for example, the prototype Amber. But hey, you know, like if you also have the pay-to-win weapons as well, then these suggestions make perfect sense. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the artifact quick equip feature in more detail, and we're going to gamify this. I'm going to do it through the game, and then I'm going to do it manually. And I'm going to time each one and compare each one's performance to see how they end up doing. So let's start with Fiorina. We can see here that there is a fast equip button, and there's a custom configuration button. And this is actually a pretty nifty tool, because we are able to go and select the main stats of each thing that we want. And for my Fiorina, I'm actually going to run crit rate, because I have her signature weapon, which has crit damage. And we can set the type here. And finally, we can set the affixes. So actually, I'm going to go crit damage, crit rate, and we can even multi-select as well, HP percent. And we can have secondary as energy recharge. Sure, why not? And we can also have all of them. So that way, even characters that have artifacts equipped, because I want this team to be as powerful as it can be, it will make the suggestion. So here we go. Not too shabby, a decent crit ratio, and it also is giving us this setup. So let's just go ahead and equip it all. Beautiful. And now we have Baizu set up. So for Baizu, we're going to do a custom configuration. Let's do HP, HP, HP. And his build honestly isn't that important, but we're going to equip the Song of Days Past, because it's the only way he can contribute any damage to this team. And that's pretty much it, because we don't really care about any of the other stats. Just give him a bunch of HP, it's fine. And finally, we have Kazuha. Kazuha is also a really quick way, you know, to equip this character, because, you know, okay, so I guess that's one thing. we can click confirm, and I messed up. There we go. So set type, Viridescent Veneer, no surprise there. Priority, minor affixes, definitely Elemental Mastery. And for this specific team, I don't really need energy recharge. So let's just go ahead and generate that. And it gave us no energy recharge at all. That's fine with me for this setup here. So it just maximizes Elemental Mastery at 1043. And finally, we have a Monsieur Nouvelette. So we'll go ahead and go with the recommendation. Although I'm actually going to equip an HP % Goblet since I'm running him with Farina. So this is one thing that this obviously doesn't take into account, which makes absolutely perfect sense given, you know, the way that this thing works. And the Marichasi Hunter. And finally, all artifacts available. We're going to click generate. And yeah, so now we do have a conflict with Farina also wanting the same goblet. So we can just click equip. And there we go. We've equipped Monsieur Nouvelette with this pretty solid build overall. So let's go back to Farina though, and we can quickly fix this by going to custom configurations and then selecting this only artifacts that are not equipped. So that way she doesn't steal it from Nouvelette. And instead it will give us this goblet instead, which works perfectly just fine because you want to care a little bit more about Nouvelette's artifact quality over Farina's. Just like that, we've fully equipped our team. And it can be much faster if I wasn't just yapping the whole time. So we're going to do a quick run here. Now, obviously this is entirely unscientific, non-empirical. This is just one anecdotal test run between the builds. And 14 seconds, that's typically the time that I get in the first chamber. So we have that as our first metric. Next, let's go ahead and manually build these characters, but I do have to remove all the artifacts really quick, so I'll see you once that is done. Here we go. I'm going to manually build out each character now, and you know, the old-fashioned boomer way, crit rate, crit damage, HP %, we just got to put it all in here. Let's go ahead and run the goblet as well. We have this piece, which is my best HP % goblet overall. We have a very, very similar build to what we did with the artifact fast equip. And there we go. So we are in Abyss 12 with the manually built run. And here we go. Do this real quick, and I think I missed a couple shots on Tanya, but look at that. I mean, that's basically the exact same clear. Tiny additional optimization would lead to literally the exact same clear time right there. So I went back and did a second run for equipping this team with the custom configuration, because the first time that you do it, it definitely takes much longer since you're setting it all up. And this second time that I did it was a blisteringly fast 18 seconds to fully equip my team, since the custom configuration is actually individually saved for each character. Now, the last little improvement to this feature that I'd like to see is the ability to toggle left and right between each character with arrows, for example, on the left and right side, instead of having to go back into the menu and then re-click the buttons. That would further streamline this process. So, as we can see, the artifact fast equip custom configuration option is actually a really nice feature, and what I really like is that it actually saves it. And in a way, this is similar to artifact loadouts, but not quite. Now, this does have some benefits over artifact loadouts because you are constantly farming new artifacts. So when you actually do get different and better artifacts, you can do this, and then you can even click on check alternatives right here to have further options to, you know, shuffle some stuff around and to choose, you know, like just switch this build a bit. Like if we just select this one, right? So now we've chosen this one instead, and we can equip an alternative. So overall, I think this is actually a great feature. In particular, I love how it saves your previous custom configuration. So that way you can just quickly unequip, re-equip, swap artifacts on other teams, other characters, and go back here, remember your previous custom configuration and equip it. I actually think this is a great feature and I do recommend giving it a try. To me, I can't believe I literally just now noticed, but give this feature a shot. And let me know if you're already using this, and let me know what you think about this feature down in the comments below. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. This is I Went to Lose, signing out.